How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. The Yankees won their 8th consecutive game last night. Juan Soto, though, left with forearm pain. But no reason to panic. The Yankees medical staff, their crack team of cutting-edge medical personnel, says that he's going to be okay.
Whew. Now I feel better.
Hey, Derek, love your show. Great stuff. Wanted to know if there are any thoughts of taking a risk on trading for Arenado to be our third baseman. He makes a lot of money. He's having a slightly down year, but this is the time to get him. And Goldschmidt. He's got an expiring contract, but we'd have him through the playoffs. We'd have him through the series, and then decide if we wanted to keep him or bring up Ben Rice.
How's it going? Thanks for the call. I don't think that the Yankees are in a rush to make any moves right now because they're playing so well. But if July rolls around and you're approaching the trade deadline and you're still not getting any production out of first base and third base, you got to fix one of them. Right now, Anthony Rizzo is in a horrible slump. He's hitting .233. The power has pretty much evaporated. No home runs in a while. And at third base, their options have pretty much been John Birdie, who I think has played the best out of anybody, but he's been hurt. He's been on the injured list twice already this season. And DJ LeMahieu, I think, is probably the best defensive option that the Yankees have over there. And Oswaldo Cabrera, who swung the bat really well early in the season, but has come back down to earth offensively. I really like what John Birdie has shown us, but he's been injured twice, like I said. So I don't know if you can count on him. We've preached so much on this channel about not relying on injury-prone players. Honestly, the Yankees are going to have to fix one of them. I don't think it'll be Arenado. I don't think it'll be Goldschmidt. Arenado makes too much money, and Goldschmidt, I think, is over the hill. You know, he's 36 years old, and he's only hitting .222 with a .300 on-base percentage. So he's basically a right-handed version of Anthony Rizzo at this point. I'm not sure what the solution is. Maybe it is Ben Rice. Maybe it is. But the Yankees are going to have to figure it out if they don't get any production out of the corners over the next several weeks. My personal vote is to go out and get Ryan McMahon because he can play third base, he can play first base, he can play both of them, and then you can keep DJ and you can keep Rizzo, but just have them in more of a limited role, give more of them time off. Unfortunately, that could mean that Oswaldo Cabrera goes down to the minor leagues, and you don't really want to do that because he's been such a great part of the team chemistry, and he's gotten so many big hits. I wouldn't envy being in Brian Cashman's position right now. Yankees are playing well, but definitely moves to be made in the near future.
A little worrying with this injury, huh? I was hoping to be, a little bit more reassured listening to some of the post-game press conferences there with Booney basically not answering a lot of the questions, referring to like if he's even worried about this or not, which obviously he has to be, but to not even say that is to me a little bit even more worrying. But and then Soto, when he's sitting up there being asked these questions, he just didn't seem too reassuring either, to be completely honest. So man, I'm more worried than I thought I was going to be originally. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a precautionary pull.
Yeah, Juan Soto didn't seem as concerned as you made it sound. To me, I was actually reassured a little bit by his reaction because he said it didn't hurt when he was hitting or when he was throwing, just when he's just moving his arm, I guess, in life. And forgive me, but that doesn't sound too concerning. I don't really care if his arm hurts a little bit when he's getting the vitamin water out of the fridge or when he's combing his hair. If he can swing and he can throw, I want his ass in the lineup. I mean, look at these numbers. The guy's the best in the league pretty much at everything offensively. So I really need him to be okay or I'm going to be very, very sad. But I think he's going to be fine. He just didn't seem all that worried about it. But I guess we'll find out when we get the imaging.
Hey, Max from Las Vegas. So Michael Kay was saying on his show the other day about how if the Mets, if they give him a significant offer to Juan Soto, significantly higher than what the Yankees will offer, that he is going to go to the Mets. And I think that that's true. I think we need to kind of brace ourselves for that, get ready for that, because I think that's a high likelihood, even though I think it would be a mistake for his legacy. I think there is a really good chance that he takes the money. And to be honest, I'm kind of with Powell in that he is probably not going to overpay him. And I don't think he should.
Listen, I respect Michael Kay and I respect his opinion. I think Juan Soto is coming back to the Yankees. The Mets are more than just a Juan Soto away from winning, and I don't think they can fix their roster in one season. Now, could they get good enough to get into the playoffs with this expanded playoff system that we have in Major League Baseball now? Sure. But I don't think that they're going to be as World Series caliber as the Yankees would be with Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. I think him hitting in front of Aaron Judge and experiencing what he's experienced this season with the Yankees, you know, it's like you're driving NASCAR, right? And you're used to driving this amazing race car, and then you got to get in your Honda Civic and drive home. It's just not as fun. And the Mets are a Honda Civic compared to the Yankees a Ferrari. That's just how it is. No offense to Honda Civic drivers out there. I used to drive one myself, and they're a nice little car.
Hey, good morning, Derek. It's been a good Yankee season so far. I still think they give Cashman too much credit for what's going on. But I call because I see the first problem, the first kink in the Yankees' armor, and that is that Dr. Ahmad, who has had many great evaluation of players, is still evaluating Yankee players, i.e. Juan Soto. So we're still in trouble.
Hey, I don't know much about this Ahmad guy, but the way that the Yankees have diagnosed injuries in recent years doesn't give me a lot of hope, to be honest. But let's hope that they get every angle, every possible photograph that you can use, MRI, CAT scan, X-ray, whatever you got. And, you know, have them sit with a psychic. I don't care what you got to do. Let's find out exactly what's wrong with the arm so that we can fix it and he can be 100%.
Hey, Derek. It's Jason from Tampa. Hey, man, so before the season started, everyone asked where Dominguez was put on this team. And the answer was not to worry about it because someone always gets hurt. And here we are in June, and everyone's remained healthy up to now while the Martian's been raking down there. So assuming that Soto is healthy, Verdugo's earned a spot on this team. Stan's been playing well. And then obviously we got Judge and Soto in the outfield. So where does the Martian fit? And my question / answer to that is, how do you feel about slotting Judge to first base earlier than planned, kind of like how the Phillies did with Harper?
Well, Dominguez is not 100% stretched out right now in the minor leagues. He's been playing 7 innings, 6 innings. He's been DHing. He's really not ready to take over on a full-time, everyday basis as he returns from Tommy John surgery, but the bat is there. He seems to be stinging the baseball, and I do think we will see him sooner rather than later. Obviously, there's always injuries during a baseball season. This Juan Soto injury might be an IL situation. I don't think it will be, just based on what we heard last night. But if the scan reveals something, then I think, yeah, you'll see Dominguez get called up. But as far as moving Judge to first base, probably not something they would do during the middle of the season. Although I'm one of the ones who long-term thinks that Judge would be an awesome first baseman. He's a great athlete. And he won't have to run as much on that toe, which is going to be a chronic problem. And I think just having a big target over there with a humongous wingspan, I think that would make the infielders better. And the one thing he would have to learn is picking over there at first base. But one thing that comes with that longer wingspan is you can reach out a little bit further and get those balls that are going to be short hops before they hit the ground. We'll see how flexible he is. He's never been a guy who has a ton of issues with his legs. He's been more of a guy who has oblique issues and things like that. But I really think that he would be an excellent choice to transition to first base. The Yankees have done this before. They did it with Mickey Mantle. Apparently it didn't work out, and Mantle was kind of beat up at that point in his career. But like you said, Bryce Harper did it, and Bryce Harper's become a good first baseman. And if Bryce Harper can do it, I think Aaron Judge could too. So something to consider long-term as the Yankees make room for guys like Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones in upcoming seasons. I'm fully on board the transition Judge to first base game plan, but I don't know if the Yankees will do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you after the game. Actually, I'll see you during the game. We're going to have a watch party. It's Cody Poteet versus Yamamoto, and we're going to fire up the game at about 7 o'clock, so about 7 minutes early, and then we'll, after the game, have a post-game show about 5 minutes after the game is over, just so I can do a little bit of transition type of stuff in terms of my software. But stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Looking to boost your sports betting game? Meet OddsJam, the ultimate ally for data-driven wagering. With 260 plus sports books, it's your go-to platform. Here's how it works. OddsJam's arbitrage tool spots differences in betting lines, letting you lock in risk-free profits. Plus, optimize bets with a positive EV calculator and track profits with a convenient bet tracker. Try it risk-free with a 7-day trial. Use code RECAPS for 35% off your first month. Link is in the description. Bet smart. Bet responsibly with OddsJam.